So hello, everyone. My name is Jack Henza. I am located in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I am a full stack software developer. I just graduated from Flatiron's software engineering program. So I built Eco Insight because I'm passionate about sustainability, and I believe we all have an obligation to do what we can. I feel like carbon calculators, though, have a tendency to just like quantify how bad you should feel about yourself, which is not that useful for change. So I wanted to create a system to help people understand and reduce their environmental impact, like for real. So to go into some of the features on the app, um, oh, I skipped this slide. Sorry, y'all. To go into some of the features on the app, uh, first of all and foremost, we have some self-assessments which let you go through and with some simple qualitative questions, assess, in this case, the energy efficiency of your home. Again, I felt like there were lots of other tools out there that really have quantitative data and how you can relate that to your exact impact on the environment covered. So I wanted to make this more qualitative to give feedback then, and we'll take a look at that. If we answer a few things, let's say we, I don't know, leave on landscaping lights or some such, we can come down here and submit the assessment, and then no matter how many or few questions we've answered, we will get some feedback, thanks to the Flask app on the back end that matches up responses with feedback items. So we have a few feedback items here, and these will change if you change your results. So as you make changes to your home, your lifestyle, etc., these will actually update. The next major system we have here is projects. You can submit a project in a number of categories that you would like to embark upon to reduce your environmental impact. Once you have done so, you'll have it here in your nice little dashboard area, and you can submit updates to let the broader community know how things are going. Speaking of the broader community, let's take a look at the project showcase. These are all the projects that have been submitted on the app, and these images are brought in based on the category unless an image is submitted along with the project, as in this case. So this image was submitted with the project. We have it here. There was no image submitted with this project, so we don't show it on the main project page. However, we do have a couple of updates here for you to take a look at. So in this app, you can get inspired by what other people are doing to reduce their carbon footprint, and you can keep track of what you are doing and show off what you're doing to other people. The tech stack that I used on this project, I built the backend with Flask SQL Alchemy in Python, and I used Flask RESTful to make creating those endpoint APIs quick and intuitive, make the development process a little bit easier and more robust. I used Supabase with a Postgres database. I find that Supabase's tools, even if you don't buy into the entire service, makes it very useful, or makes it very helpful to like see the whole schema outlined and all sorts of things. You can really you can see a lot without having to necessarily interact directly with the SQL. And I used JWT cookies for auth, which will get a little more into that. Not too much, because it's cool, but not interesting to listen to. On the front end, that's of course a React app, a nice React JavaScript app that I wrote in TypeScript for type safety. I'll get a little bit more into that as well. I used Tailwind CSS and Daisy UI to make that front-end development process smoother, make the design a little more consistent, and generally make life easier while still developing a robust app. So of course, in the course of this project, I faced a few challenges. Learning to use TypeScript was chief among them, but I was pretty committed to that. I had heard a lot about it and understand that it is a pretty big deal in the industry. So for those who are uninitiated, TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript that imposes type safety. That is, you can't change the type of a variable, and does a few other things to reduce runtime errors, which makes it a very useful tool. So it was a challenge to learn to use, but it also made development a lot smoother as I moved on in the project. Using JWT cookie-based auth was a very interesting process. I really appreciate the security and the robustness of it, the fact that the cookie can be stored on the client, but be essentially inaccessible to the client due to the encryption, but can still hold a lot of useful information for the backend to use. And speaking of, on the front end, I had to also create a nice uh, context system for the React app to hold on to information about the user while they were logged in so that various parts of the UI would work properly. And that's the code on the left here, whereas and you can see a type definition here. That's a TypeScript unique thing. And then I've got my JWT token information here on the right. That's the Python. All right. In the future, a few improvements I'd like to make. I'd like to add a comment system for some more robust user interaction in the project showcase. I would like to create more assessments, say for water use, food, lifestyle, transportation, other such things. And I would like to allow image uploads for projects and project updates to make the process of tracking progress on a project more interesting, both for the user doing the progress update and for the users looking at other people's project updates. And that is about what I've got.